greed and envy, dulling the orange streaks on bleak city streets, where iron drains bite back the concrete, spitting poison deceit, fixing the masses with an opiate of imaginary shadows, disturbing fate. And there we breathe beneath the city's haze, there we regurgitate our wasted days, crying with the dead in cemeteries. From the subways of society and the beaten tracks of poverty, the thin raft of sanity drifts in search of stability. The pollution in the river is the corruption undercover. And while traffic wrestles with despair, secreting the aborted air, all arid roads lead to nowhere. And there we breathe beneath the haze, there we regurgitate our wasted days, crying with the dead in cemeteries. Every mind is a crowded city, built by the dry hands of apathy, invading the soul's privacy, where every emotion is shelved within, waiting for the devil to strike a bargain. Souls so pale, souls for sale, souls that kiss with lips of sin, the face of days that have no ending. There we breathe beneath the haze. There we regurgitate our prison days, shackled to the dead in cemeteries. Subterranean obsessions stalk the nights in lust, cursing confessions, spitting dust at the silence that wakes but into unconsciousness. And while souls sleep, white butterflies weep, and roses bow to grace their own death, wild moons howl at the blinded owl, and nightmares flirt, the insomniac sleep, dreams subdued by the phantom breath. And there we breathe beneath the city's haze, there we regurgitate our sleepwalking days, dreaming with the dead in cemeteries. Down the theatres of shame, the tempest's seductive fingers tame the fire of crimson hearts, flaming with shameful desire. on street corners lit by luminous cigarettes that bleed the stench of sex and hang the sweat dryer, swaying to the rising heat of her red and black attire, and the shadows of nightly fantasies plead to satisfy me, willing to pay through flesh and pain to slave for her pleasure. Bewitched by the steaming want of the tempest's gaze, lost souls and missing persons on streets with no names walk through the invisible clouds of her acid-pouring gaze. And there we breathe beneath the haze, there we regurgitate our lustful ways, loving with the dead in cemeteries. The decadence of Rome still burns in the modern metropolis, the invisible rising smoke eclipsing the concrete evidence where dark desire proclaims itself as the apocalypse. In cities, where property is the opium of the masses, fat and numbed veins itch for a possession to fix. And empty we gaze and breathe beneath the haze, and tight-lipped we regurgitate our tasteless days, while the worker is made to weep working through his ways, while the actor is made to mimic the mutation of his plays, while the painter is hung by the string of his colors, and while the musician is put to sleep where in dreams he suffers. The voices of unknown poets lay